Aloha, I'm Kala'i Miller. Welcome to Ocean Paddler. On today's episode, we join the world's best V1 rudderless paddlers at the TALIFIT race in Bora Bora Island in Tahiti for 5 days of paddling and South Pacific exploration action. This event has exploded and quickly become Tahiti's most international paddling race with almost 200 paddlers from around the world in attendance.
So we are on the island of Bora Bora. We are at Matira beach and we are here for the second time for the TALIFIT events. This is a full week of entertainment, excitement, adventure, and so there's something for everyone to do. Every day there's been something planned, whether it's on a Monday you arrive, it's an all-day shark tour. The second day was hikes and ATV. The third day was paddling clinics, and of course there's 3 days of events. It's gonna be day one is lined up with a whole bunch of V1 sprints and a V6 kids race. The second race day, it is a V1, V12 event, and day number 3, just the main event of everything. It is a V6 morning race for all of the international travelers. And then V1 is the biggest race event, probably over 250 lined up for the V1 event.
Our kids have been traveling all over Canada, and we just went to Hawaii. They raced there, they did fantastic. So when we had this opportunity to come here to Bora Bora, we said, all right, and support. So it was a, it was a win-win all around.
I'm excited for the level of competition there is over here, just because we're so far away from where we usually race and compete. I'm excited for new competition and to be able to gauge myself more on a world stage. And I'm excited to be with my crew to enjoy this beautiful place. It's such a great opportunity.
We're so excited. This is going to be the most international paddling race in Tahiti. There's about 200 international paddlers. I mean, this has quadrupled over last year's event, so we're really excited to be here. There's groups from Hawaii, Pacific Northwest, Canada, the United States, you name it, they're coming here to race.
Become the most international race in French Polynesia, because we can say that we enter in the history in French Polynesia, because never sport events attract more than 100 international participants. But for this year we have almost 200 people. We got inspiration from other international races we did before, like Queen Liliuokalani, Sydney Harbour, Champion World. So we took all the good elements to make something good for everybody. So our goal is to make the good organization, good coordination, to make these events magical for everybody.
We saw Makana with Micah Kalama, just from the Ocean Paddler segment. What we saw, the beauty, the culture, the experience. The 12 people coming here has now exploded to 200. And that says a lot. We all got jealous. We all were like, we're going next year. Who wouldn't want to experience that firsthand? So we all put our heads together and we all made this trip possible.
We headed from Honolulu, made our way to Papaete, and when we got to Papaete, we stayed there for 2 days. So we stayed Saturday and Sunday night, and we had a few groups do some tours and destinations. Some went to Mo'area, some went to Raiatea, some stayed on island because we had a couple of days to just venture and get our bearings. But on Monday, we flew from Tahiti to Bora Bora. And man, what a welcome that we got and we received when we got to Bora Bora.
Coming from Canada, it is, at home it's probably about maybe 10 degrees if we're lucky. It's cold, there's ice in the water. It's such a drastic change from being here to at home. It's very exciting to know that we are at one of the biggest races right now with international paddlers from all over the world making the competition even better.
Our practices are training for this actual race. We have an indoor training facility because our lakes and water are frozen over because we have a heavy winter. We've trained in weights and dry land. Coming here was our first time touching water since we raced in Kona. Definitely worth it. Once we got here, all the travel and stress is definitely worth it, and was eased with this beautiful, beautiful landscape you have here.
Love Tahiti.
Next, more action from the TALIFIT race from Bora Bora Island in Tahiti. Day one of the TALIFIT race on Bora Bora Island in Tahiti is dedicated to the V1 sprints, with everyone from the keiki to the masters seeing some competition.
Day one of racing is all about sprints. It's accumulated of a bunch of V1 sprints, 250 meters. These divisions are spread out from as young as 6, 7, 8 years old, as well as all the way up into your master's divisions, which is your 60s plus. But V1 in the beginning and V6 towards the evening.
But what captured our curiosity to come here and to motivate our kids to train for it was the fact that we saw that they wanted to promote this race to the youth and to give the youth the opportunity to learn the sport and so they can keep it going. But along with the incentive came the teamwork, the commitment to one another from the paddlers, but also from the families. Because when the kids have to be at a practice, it's their parents that got to bring them. And that's why we weren't surprised that so many parents came on this trip, because they were along for the journey. So why not come to the race and be a part of the actual end result of what these kids have been training for.
The best thing about being a part of an event like this for day one is it's only 250 meters. It's welcoming for everyone. Everyone can do it. And right now you start them young and it's exciting. You're going to see all of the parents and friends running across the beach as their paddlers make their way from start to finish.
It's easy for the kids to be good in the paddling because they use outrigger like a bicycle here. They're always on the water and they start really naturally with the friends. They train with the school and they do different sport with the district, and also the committee of the tourism. When they are good, we push them to different competition outside in Hawaii, Sacramento, Catalina. We use the sports to open the head of the new generation.
I think experience is the main thing. You can have all the technique, the skill you can, but that experience on the water is what makes it different. What makes you a better paddler is knowing where to go, understanding the water and getting that connection. I'm looking at these kids that paddle. They look pretty strong, they look good, but they understand the water, they understand how to apply pressure, where the technique needs to be corrected.
There's like almost babies out here competing, racing, and I bet a whole lot of them know way much more than I do and have way more experience than I do. I mean, I just started V1 a couple months ago with my crew. That was our goal at starting V1, was to come visit Tahiti, come visit their people, come visit these races. These kids younger than me, seeing them race, like, I gotta be careful because they might beat me.
Being able to have an adventure like this and engage our youth in seeing other cultures and seeing what paddling has in opportunities for just life experiences is immeasurable. So we're like really happy that we were able to come here and see everything, and our children seeing all the other paddlers in the same boat as them, being novices and learning and appreciating the ocean and the water for what it is a truly freeing experience.
Today's event, the energy is up there. I mean, cheering, excited. They're just stoked to be here and be with other kids and be part of the competition, but also be part of the event, and very exciting to be here.
There were just so many youth that was just out there, and they were out for blood on the water, and then when they come out the water, they just love their teammates, and it's amazing to see all the youth starting now, and they're the next generation to keep paddling going and forward and moving. But I really wanted to do very good on those sprints, because when I paddle OC1, I usually win, so I really wanted to make a stand here, but it's okay. I didn't really do that great. I didn't make it to semifinals, but it was a good race. It was nice to just experience that and to have that knowledge under my belt that I was in a tough heat and I was with some awesome girls, and it was amazing just to paddle with them even if I lost.
Very honored to be a part of this, to see the young kids that are barely can hold their battle and fit in the boat, to take off like nobody's business and just loving it and appreciating and loving the water is something that it's hard to not be overwhelmed with emotion about.
Next, more action from the TALIFIT race on Bora Bora Island in Tahiti. Tahiti is without a doubt one of the centers of Polynesian culture, and it's no surprise that the TALIFIT race in Bora Bora Island attracted top paddlers from all over the Pacific Basin. And with them came an amazing exchange of culture.
We're super excited. We're going to be a part of an open ceremony on Wednesday. It's a torch lighting ceremony. We're going to start at one end of the racing beach of Matira to the start and finish line. And it's going to be just awesome because, you know, it's just bringing everyone together from all parts of the world.
I would say the parade is always my favorite at every paddling event, is because you get to see a truly connected world. Through sport comes connection, and you bring together all types of different cultures with a single aim. And the great thing about this race is the single aim is to develop the youth.
And then all of our club leaders getting together to really solidify us as paddlers grounded here, and Native Americans from Canada and Washington sharing their song, and then us as Hawaiians coming with sharing different types of hula. We got hula awana and hula kahiko. It's just amazing. And that photo that we presented of that rock, it was a kuleana that was passed on to us by the people that we were staying with right before we got here. And to be able to show where that mana has gone and how that mana feels right at home, right there in Maui and Lahaina. I'm grateful that we were able to pass that picture on.
Day number 2, we've got your U17, U19, as well as your Open and your Masters 40s, 50s, and 60s. So super exciting day for all of our V1 paddlers as they get to experience a short course. It's about less than 5 miles, so a good opportunity to paddle some of Bora Bora.
Plenty sidewind, so not necessarily upwind or downwind. It's kind of, you know, side to side.
So of course, when you're flying over to come to Bora Bora, one of the things you notice how it's protected by reef, which is insane to see in person. There's an outside reef, you see the waves breaking out there, and then it's just calm inside.
You can kind of feel the surge underneath when you're paddling, and it's always consistent. You feel the grip, you feel the pull of the blade, feel the catch and everything. I would say the rudderless fall in this water, it's perfect. It's the only boat you need to use.
Molokai, we have a lot of straight downwinds and we have more waves. When we're over here, I see the waves are more longer. They're not as deep troughs as I'm used to, but it's calm, it's perfect to paddle.
One of the most important things about paddling in general is everyone across the world has touched a va'a of some sort, whether it's an inland canoe or obviously travel and destination. Through that, created friendly competition, being able to race against one another and, you know, to connect our Native American tribes to the Pacific Island has been such a great bridge.
I think it's an amazing feeling to be connected to First Nations, to Tahitians, Hawaiians, all the other Native nations across the world. Because we do have that connection that's rooted in us being colonized, but overcoming that. So it's like a strength that bonds us together.
Whether it be a Hawaiian, Mohawk, Coast Salish, or even Tahitian, as First Nations people of your land and trying to protect your cultural heritage.
We have an ocean between us, but the sensation and the vibration when we are together is the same. And we are very happy to share also the power of this sport with other countries.
But it is that canoe that took us to wherever our motherland is. And so that is the connection. That's how important the canoe is to us, because it took us to where we are and who we are now.
Us as natives, we're connected. We're connected to the sea, we're connected to culture. We try to perpetuate it as much as we can. We try to show it before it can't be shown anymore, but nothing's gonna stop us anymore.
Wow, what a beautiful start to day 2 of the TALIFIT race. We'll be back with the second half of day 2 right after this. The afternoon of day 2 at the TALIFIT race in Bora Bora Island was reserved for the V1 short distance. And of course, the conditions and the view was phenomenal.
Man, it was exciting. So right on the race start, it's right in the bay. So it's just, you see everyone kind of edging up and creeping up, and then you get to take off, and you know, you got 100 canoes converging at one point. So as soon as we got to the point, a little bit of a challenge trying to navigate as we saw a lot of collisions and just try to make it through and get down into the small bay that you actually have to turn around.
Very different from last year. We only had like a handful of participants. This year is like tripled. A lot of wishy-washy. We're right against the shoreline. You have a lot of the escort boats and the official boats right on your left-hand side. A lot of the swells and a lot of the wake is coming on your alma side, so you really gotta kind of keep balance going down the bay area to the next turn. A lot of opportunity to surf, plenty of opportunities to use the boat wake to kind of gain ground and get your placement a little better. Coming into the finish line, it's really just unimaginable. It's speechless. A lot of young Hawaii paddlers, right, that's the dream, you know, come to Tahiti, compete, race, and to have this like picture perfect finish in Matira Bay, it's unimaginable. And to finish in that crystal clear water, luckily enough, you know, you see the wildlife underneath you. You have rays, sometimes sharks. It's unimaginable.
In the end, it was so hot, but you know, you just hear the drums and you hear everybody, and it's just an extra push of motivation because, you know, you've made it that far, you might as well be tired and give it all you got at the end.
Well, it was super exciting because we were actually fortunate that the women raced first and then the men raced second. So your women do the exact same course as the men. So we were very lucky to see one of our paddlers from Hawaii make it into the top 3. Valentina Neighborger, she paddles with Rudderless Volleyball. And it was exciting because that battle was great. And you know, watching someone from the international side come across to Tahiti in the top 3 is amazing.
Valentina came 3rd place, but she has a good level, and congratulations to her and to all the Hawaiian who are coming here. Thanks to the Hawaiian to come here in Bora Bora, enjoy together.
Okay, that was just days 1 and 2 of the TALIFIT race on Bora Bora Island in Tahiti. Now, our next episode of Ocean Paddler will bring day 3 with an ultra-competitive long-distance V1 race. That's all the time we have for this episode. We hope you enjoyed the show. Aloha, I'm Kalai Miller, and on this episode of Ocean Paddling, we bring you part 2 of our coverage of the TALIFIT race from the beautiful island of Bora Bora in Tahiti. The TALIFIT has quickly become Tahiti's most international race, and for visiting paddlers, it's a great opportunity to pick up some local va'a knowledge, to immerse themselves in Tahitian culture, and to enjoy the incredible natural beauty that Bora Bora has to offer.
Right from the very beginning, since we landed in Tahiti, it's been nonstop just culture and just such a warm welcoming for all of us coming in from Hawaii. It's getting to see a lot of your family, friends, cousins. These are relatives from across the Pacific.
Here we consider our guest like a friend, and this is very important for us to not receive people like a very touristic model, but receive people with our culture, our value, our kindness.
Aloha in Hawaii. You can see it here too. I'm not sure what you would call it here, but for me, there's a sense of aloha, a sense of welcomeness, wanting to spread their knowledge.
And we just enjoy everything we do. When you enjoy your life, everything comes very enjoy, easy. When you smile people, when you smile person, it's like, oh man, he smile. And when you see someone smile, you ask you a question. It's about, oh, why he smile? We smile because we love the life. We smile because we love you. I think we need to enjoy life every day that you love. So just smile and enjoy.
Everyone carries that spirit in them, whether it's just island life or it's just paddle culture. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. It feels like home. It feels like I'm around family.
We are here in Matira Beach, Bora Bora. We are here for 3 days clinics. I'm gonna teach them the V6, so use the full body, it's a full body stroke. Have to use not only your arms, and they have to feel it, feel the element, feel the ocean. They have to be like more sync that make the glide better.
Then we had the chance to go train with top paddlers like Tehotu, CJ, see them and learn from them a little bit about their own technique.
We really live the va'a, the mana of the va'a, and that's why we have the mayor. Everybody's involved because we all feel that mana of va'a. That's why the Tahitians are #1 in the world, because we have everybody involved and still that spirit, the uncles, the aunts, the whole family is involved and pushing their children now too. So that's what really makes that event and that sport special here, is that it's our sport. That's why we want to stay the best and share and keep on the culture going.
Bora Bora has something for everyone. It's just amazing. It's a much smaller island. You can drive your car around the island in a few hours. It's surrounded by reef line, so you got a nice lagoon just wrapping the entire island, as well as a good reef. But you can explore everywhere. You can do shark tours and swim with rays and turtles and a whole bunch of sea life, things that you might never experience anywhere in the world.
My family is excited to be here. Actually, all 3 of my family, so my mom, my brother, and I are paddling, but we've already explored the water and it's so awesome to be here. We actually went around the whole entire island for 2 hours. There's stingrays here, sharks that you can go touch them and feed them. You can go out to the bungalows, go take a jet ski tour. It's really awesome here, and island life is awesome. People will stop you by on the road and give you coconut water and stuff like that. It's really awesome.
The memories are going to be almost imperceivable for somebody who hasn't been here. You have to be here to truly experience, to really appreciate how beautiful it was. Really a great experience overall of just almost a cultural exchange.
We have paddlers here with us and they brought their family. They've been going on the ATV rides, the jet skis, the hikes, the snorkeling. There's something to do every day for everyone, and that next year I'm bringing my family for sure.
Next, more from the TALIFIT race on Bora Bora Island in Tahiti. Day 3 of the TALIFIT race attracts the best V1 paddlers from around the world. But first on the day's agenda is a short 6-man race for visiting international crews.
Day number 3, just the main event of everything. But before we get started, it is a V6 morning race for all of our paddlers traveling, and it's about less than 5 miles, so a good opportunity to paddle some of Bora Bora. We're gonna paddle V6. There's about, I would say, close to 40 entries in the V6 division. And again, this is gonna be a lot of your open and mixed paddlers, and they're gonna be able to paddle against one another. So especially for all of the international travelers that maybe cannot race the long course, which is your big event, and that'll happen after. So this event is run by Jerome and Leilani. Just the most passionate people here on Bora Bora. I mean, they've gone out of their way to accommodate hundreds and hundreds of paddlers coming in from around the world and doing all they can to support the community here, as well as, you know, welcoming as much as they can and then being available to everyone. And I can only imagine how much effort and things and logistics they had to go through.
Us from Molokai coming here, we're very grateful to be here and grateful to the organizers, Jerome and his wife Leilani and the mayor to welcome us and the people of Bora Bora to welcome us here. You know, I hope it grows and I hope more kids come, more people from all over the world come and be able to be a part of TALIFIT events.
I think we should have more races like this one, more sharing races, more events where people can share like this. That's what makes it special here on this event, is that there's really a sharing event. And I think that's how it will grow bigger, you know, with the whole community, the mayor, you know, from the families, even Joram and Lere, you know, their families are there too to help out, you know, everybody. That's what the Yaorana spirit is all about.
We started off really good. I mean, thank you some of the boat wake, but you know, it's part of it. And we had a good fight with the rudderless girls, and it was awesome. We got a little distracted because we didn't realize the finish line that was so small of a, you know, so, you know, getting out, no, turn here, turn there. But other than that, the, you know, the drumming and all of that is, yeah, awesome.
This finish line is just the best because this is where we arrive for Hawaii. You can hear the drums behind, the culture is there. Everybody's living it, everybody's in the water, having fun, the kids are around, having fun. You can see that it's really important. The mana of Bora Bora is always the same, you know, people cheering you, following the races, and pushing you, so it's a special place, you can say.
The finish line is many emotion when I arrive because you feel the mana and all the people encourage. No, so beautiful to paddle here.
Congratulations to Ilani for taking the win. Next, the elite V1 long distance race from the TALIFIT on Bora Bora Island. The V1 long distance race at the TALIFIT event on Bora Bora in Tahiti attracts the top V1 paddlers from Tahiti and across the globe. It's 13 miles of extreme performance and the background is jaw-dropping.
So this is Bora Bora's biggest race on the island, and this is going to be at 18 kilometers, so just about maybe close to 13 miles for paddlers. It's going to be just a little over 2 hours. The conditions are extremely inviting again because we are paddling within the lagoon, making our way down towards the ferry line and back towards the start and finish at Matira Beach. It is the biggest race event, probably over 250 lined up for the V1 event. So it's going to be an exciting time. All of the big time paddlers tend to want to be here, and we're going to see everybody. As of right now, all of Tahiti, Raiatea, Mo'area, Huahine, they're all trying to come here and experience Bora Bora with all of the other local families and friends here. Just really exciting to be here and experiencing all the best paddlers in the world, and this is what you come for. And you know, to meet and experience each other and create everlasting relationships. I mean, the juniors, getting to meet them, somewhat starstruck, you know, it's just a great moment for all of our paddlers. And not only that, you know, you get a chance to race with them and against them, and they're so happy to see us here and racing, and they're so welcoming. So that's the beauty of sharing va'a with each other, is the friendship, the family, and of course the competition.
Tahitians and Hawaiians are different but same at the same time. The Tahitians are so strong. It's so awesome to look at how much strength they have paddling and how their technique is, and how we both love paddling, and just keeping up with the course and doing the races is what we love, and that's our passion for it.
In Hawaii, ever since I've started paddling, you always hear about the Tahitian style paddling. So to be here, to be able to see firsthand the differences, what they do, how they read the water, the different speeds they go to get on waves, to get off, how they talk to each other in the boat. I think it's something that we're all gonna try to absorb to bring back home.
Well, it's really crazy because it's our #1 sport, and that's how you can see it. You can see how people are on it, you know, want to see the race, want to follow the race. A lot of people would have followed the race if they had boats, you know, also. So that's only the part of the people that had a boat. You can see how involved we are in va'a culture, because all the uncles, you know, everybody has somebody from his family racing, you know, they want to support, and some other people they know, like me too. I'm not from Bora Bora, but I could hear a lot of people supporting me, you know, through the years.
Here it was really cool, a different experience, having all these motorboats, like so many, I couldn't even count, all on the sides, cheering everyone on. It was crazy, and it was like super fun hearing everyone cheer me on and cheering other people on around me. But it was really cool having all that support and motivation, which you don't usually get in Hawaii.
Next, more action from the TALIFIT race on Bora Bora in Tahiti. The Elite V1 event at the TALIFIT race in Bora Bora Island is certainly one of the most exciting venues we've ever been to. And to just watch these top paddlers perform is inspiring.
This TALIFIT events Bora Bora race is the race that everyone is going to want to come to year in and year out. We're creating so much friendships and relationships with everyone across the world, and I think anyone who's experiencing any day of the event is already understanding how precious of a moment we're getting with one another. This is it. This is where you got to come to and race every year, because it's Bora Bora, and we've seen all of our friends and family want to come to Hawaii, but they're inviting us to come back here to Tahiti, and that's what it's all about.
People go to church, I go to the ocean. That's my religion. So to be able to come here and to be able to share that love so openly with other people who have that same feeling, it's wonderful. It's a community, and the best part is this community is around the world. And anywhere you go in this world, there's going to be a community that shares that same passion and same love. And to have it so welcoming it gives me, I have goosebumps right now talking about it. That's how, it's amazing. We're all one.
So the conditions were really not too much wind, but there was a lot of wave of the boats, so we could surf a little bit if you have a good technique to surf, but really hot, so it was really hard to manage the heat and to manage the hydration, and the competition was really hard too. A lot of good paddlers, from Tahiti and from other places from the world, Hawaii and California. And so it was really fun, but really tough race.
I was pretty excited to get on the start line with all these really good paddlers and stuff. On the start line, I was next to my friend Fonu, and I was also behind Manutea Mion. So it was pretty cool to see him off the start just super fast, and next thing I know he was just like way out there. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Everyone's like banging or almost banging. It's very technical and lots of people, which makes it very different because a lot of times they'll do staggered starts in Hawaii. But here it's cool to have one big start and seeing everyone at once.
Honestly, it's really cool to have everybody on the same line, different levels, but we're all in the lagoon. Everything's pretty much secure. You know, you don't have big waves that can really crash the amateurs on the reef or whatever. And, that's how you learn too, you know, having different levels all together, and everybody can learn from each other from the start to the end. And it's really cool to have everybody on the same line.
The competition here is really hard, like a lot of good paddlers in all age groups. So all the time you don't have like a relaxed time, you always have somebody battling with you. So really hard, you know, it's really good for us to see the level that we are and motivate to keep training.
It's my first time here for this race, so I didn't know the course. And it was difficult because we didn't have an escort boat, so the second girl were from here, so every time I look for her, and when she goes at the right, I go to the right. When she goes at the other side, the left, I go to the left. But it was so difficult, so hard, and so hot.
Here, it's so big, the paddling, we have semi-professional teams, you know, they have a job in the company and they have trainers, they have a masseuse, they have a doctor following them. They go on a scale and weight. The guy says, hey, compared to your size, you gotta be lighter or you need more muscle. That's why we stay the best, because we're really at a point where paddling is really big. It's our Super Bowl here. It's all about who's the guy that's gonna keep his cards and put him down at the right moment. So that's what makes it fun. All those guys are in top form, so then it's all about how they feel the day of the race and how they manage to kick in at the start and how they feel after the start. It's all about if they have a good feeling. Some of them will wait for the right moment to kick out. They'll let the leader put the pace, you know, and then at the end, pull over. That's how Mazang did his race. Hitiro Mazang came in first, and then in second, Biris Puno Ahitua from Bora Bora.
Next year, I will bring many Brazilians to share this moment with everybody from the Goa community. Maruru, see you next year.
Thank you to all the Hawaiians, the American, the Australian, the Brazilian to come here in Tahiti. And next year, we will bring more locals here.
We are so happy.
And Maruru.
And see you next year. That was some blazing paddling action with quite the battle into the finish line. Congratulations to all who paddled, but especially our top finishers. In the women's division, it was Vainui Mai in third place, Nalia Tiore in second, and Moani Vaimiti coming home with the gold. For the men, in third place, it was Terayamano Tuatea. In second, Punua Ta'ahitua Bryce. And in first place, Masinge Hitiroa. For detailed race results, you can check out TALIFIT events on your favorite social media platform. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Kala'i Miller, and until next time, hoi pa.